Let's get some other food. And I'm going to tell another scary story. So I just really told one that had to do with some scary lady from a dream of mine as a teenager that I felt like somehow escaped the realm of subconscious and actually was bothering me and fucking with me in real life after I woke up from the dream. But where is more fruit? We'll do glowberries next. Wonder if I should have done a glowing. I think I have a glowing frame, right? Oh, I don't. Let me see what the difference is. Oh gosh. I just went and put all these in, but I think that the glowing one might actually look better. Am I about to go do all of this? Here, let me get a glass pane. Are you okay? Sneezing over there. Little kitty cat, so cute. My cat is like, oh, that looks scary behind me. Cat is freaking out. So I wanted to tell this other scary story that had happened. There we go. Did I use gray or white? I think I used white. Or did I use gray? Is this white? Yeah. Dang it. I think the glowing one looks 1,000 times better. Oh. Let me get rid of all these. And then we'll just gradually go through and... Oh. I guess if I broke all this glass in the center, it would actually just get rid of it, right? Would that make it easier? That makes it a little bit easier. Oh. We'll just put new glass. And there's more of these. Meow meow. Meow meow. Come here. Little kitty cat. So cute. Little tofu, so cute. So, another scary story I wanted to tell. Oh, so this one is, so these scary stories are both like paranormal and then just like crazy ass experiences. This one is a crazy ass experience that I'll share that happened to me and some friends. So for those who don't know, because I'm not shy of sharing where I live at all, but because I live in a big ass state. What? He is so dramatic. Look at him, so dramatic. Crying on camera all day, all night. My little tofu, so cute. Look at him. He is so dramatic. This will be our fruit aisle over here. Wonder if I can place on. Oh, I can place on the ends. That's nice to know. But I wanted to see if I could place on this. Oh, I can. Crazy. So we will come and do that over here then. We'll do 3 so that you know what's in this aisle. And we'll do 3 over here. Okay, so this is a crazy story. It doesn't have to do with paranormal at all, but it just has to do with some stupid ass choices I made. So, again, I'm not shy of saying where I live. I live in Utah. Utah's a big place. And when I was in my early 20s, apples will be at the back. I went to the mountains with my friends. We would hang out in the mountains all the time. It's literally one of our places to hang out all the time. And we decided, and when I say all the time, I mean all the time. We were always in the mountains. We were broke, like college age kids. We did not have anything to do that cost, like we didn't have money to do stuff. So we would go and do stuff that was free. And one of the free fun things was to go into the Utah mountains. And anyways, this one night, my friends hit me up at like midnight. And they messaged me and they're like, hey, we're going to go to the mountains, blah, 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 blah. Do you want to come? I'm like, ooh, mountains at like 1 a.m? That sounds like a good time. They're like, yeah, we're going to go to the mountains, have a bunch of fun. Oh, whoa, what is going on? Okay, that was weird. And let me see. I don't think I need to make it the same on every side. We'll just do it like this. We'll just kind of feel what we feel. Anyways, I go to the mountains with them. They come pick me up. We're driving up there. By the time we get up to the spot that we would hang out during the daytime all the time, which was like this little cave system that we would go to, it was like 1:30, almost 2 o'clock in the morning. So we get there, and my friends are like, oh, we brought food, we brought blankets, and we are gonna climb into the cave system and go hang out in there. I'm like, okay, I'm down. You know, it wasn't our first time going to the mountain during the middle of the night. It wasn't our first time doing anything crazy like that, actually, but it was our first time going into the cave system during the middle of the night. And of course, we're a bunch of dumb people. We're not thinking about bears or cougars, anything that's nocturnal, that hunts at night or anything like that. We're just thinking we're going to go have fun. And, hi, the cat's being so cute. So we pack up some blankets from the car, like dirty blankets that we use for our adventures, and we're all climbing up this area in the mountains to go into this little cave system that we had found. So the way that this cave system works is there's 2 giant boulders on top, and you can stand on these boulders. They're about 90 degrees, so you can stand up straight on them, lay on them without rolling off, anything like that. And in between the 2 boulders is this tiny little opening that you actually have to slide down into. And in order to get into this cave system, you not only have to be like smaller to fit into the cave system, so you can't be like too wide in the chest or anything like that, but you also have to be strong enough to then, after you want to leave, push yourself up. It's like pushing yourself out of a pool. Like you have to have enough body strength to lift yourself up out of this little cave. So you go down in between these 2 rocks, and when you fall into the area, and when I say fall, I mean quite literally, when you like descend down into it, your feet aren't touching the ground, so you have to let go from the outside, and you'll drop about, I'd say, a foot. So even when getting out of the system, you have to jump and try to pull yourself up out of there. Usually we had like one person stay behind and help everybody out, and then that person jumps and somebody reaches out their hand and pulls them out and stuff. Just not a smart place to be hanging out, especially at 1 a.m. Or at this point, 2 a.m. So we're in there climbing around, hanging out and stuff, and we decide we're gonna start exploring. We didn't have any flashlights. We only had the flashlights on our phone. And we're like, hey, why don't we go like further down into this cave system? At this point, we're in a big open area, but let's go down like these tunnels, see if we could find anything, right? Of course, my ass, I was like an adrenaline whore at the time. So I'm like, oh, I'm so down for that. Let's go do it. And me and 2 of my guy friends, and by the way, there's like a group of, I'd say 6 of us at this point. Me and 2 of my guy friends are like, we're going to go down the system and see what we can find and blah, 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 blah. So let me pause while I tell this story. So we're going down this cave system, down these tunnels, and we end up reaching the end of the tunnel. And at the end of the tunnel, I'm like looking through and looking around, and I'm like, see candles on like these little rocks inside of there, red and white candles. I'm telling my friends, I'm like, people are definitely doing some type of ritual or something in here. They're like, oh yeah, you know, people, they come in here, maybe they like do witchcraft or like try to curse someone or make someone fall in love with them and blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I just think it's crazy that this secret cave, right, that we thought we were the only ones that knew about, and we would have thought that for a long time if we had not explored, actually had people in there. Again, we stumbled upon this because I was throwing, like a year before, I had thrown a lighter to one of my friends while we were standing on the rocks, and the lighter actually fell into the opening of this cave. And that's when she was like, oh, it fell down into the rocks. Can somebody grab it? Blah, blah, blah. One of our guy friends goes down in there and he's like, you guys, there's a cave system in here. Like there's tunnels and there's this huge open area. This should be our like new hangout or whatever. We can come over here, explore the place, like hike at night and stop here or whatever. He was saying stuff like we could sleep here and camp out in here and all this stuff. And all of us thought that we were the only people that knew about this because it was not like a public posted or open place at all. But while we were exploring, we saw that there was candles and that people had actually explored the cave system and they had gone very far. I'm saying like probably 10 minutes of walking straight down a tunnel, and that's where I saw the candles and stuff. I'm telling my friends, I'm like, no, it's cool that people have been here, but I thought nobody knew about this, so it's just a little scary. That's all I'm saying or whatever. And they're like, yeah, that is a little scary, but it's not like they would come at this time. It's not like they come and hang out here at 1 a.m. I'm like, well, no, they could be because there's candles and stuff, you know. If people are coming and doing rituals in here, I guarantee this is the perfect time for them to do rituals. Right when we're talking about this possibility of the time we're there is actually the time that these people would be exploring in there or hanging out in there, I can hear two of the girls from our group saying, hey, you guys need to come back here. You need to come back here. So we're walking down the tunnel. We're like, okay, we're headed back. We're like taking our time. She's like, no, please, like get back here, get back here. I'm like, oh my God, we gotta hurry. Like something's wrong. She sounded like something was wrong. So we get back to this big old opening, and there's two of my girlfriends are sitting in there, and my other guy friend is sitting in there. And they, as soon as we get back, I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong? What's wrong? And they are like, shh, like, can you hear that? I'm sitting there, I don't hear anything. I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, we think that there's like a bear or a cougar outside of the cave. Like we can hear like snarling and stuff. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, well, I don't think like a bear could get down into the cave. And though the tunnel that we went down was a dead end, so of course the bears can't come through there. And a bear would just be too big and too wide to get into the cave. They're like, well, what if it's a cougar? Maybe the cougar can come down in here. I was like, yeah, maybe, but don't you think we would have like seen signs with how long we've been coming to this place that like an animal lived in here? Like droppings or something? Like I'm just sitting there and trying to like calm down my friends so they're not scared. Meanwhile, me and my other friends who saw the candles haven't even mentioned that we saw candles at the end of the tunnel. So we're sitting there. I'm like, should I tell them? I like look over at my friend. I'm like, should I tell them what we saw? He's like, no, that's just going to spook them or whatever. I'm like, yeah, but if I tell them, then we can make like an intelligent decision at this point if we should leave or not. He's like, no, don't do that. You're going to ruin it, blah, blah, blah. We're fine. Like, it's probably just a deer or something was crossing over the rocks or something like that. So we're all sitting there. We're waiting like maybe 10, 15 minutes. No sounds, no nothing. I'm like, are you guys sure you heard something? They're like, yeah, we heard something snarling. And we think that there's a wild animal outside of there. I'm like, okay, well, we don't hear it anymore. I was like, let's give it maybe like 10 more minutes. If we don't hear it again, let's pack up our stuff and go. Everyone's like, yeah, like I agree with that. I'm pretty scared at this point. And we still haven't fucking said anything about these candles that we saw. By the way, guys, these are like, my friend who's sitting there saying, oh, you know, people might come in here and hang out. So I kind of have like an idea about how witchcraft works. I'm not going to go into detail or anything like that, but I do understand like certain candles that are used for ritualistic stuff, and how significant the color of your candle is for what you're doing. And so I'm sitting there thinking to myself, he's sitting there saying, oh, someone's trying to cast love spells. I'm like, no, someone was trying to heck somebody down here. Like, I was sitting and thinking to myself without scaring anyone, there was definitely something bad going on down here. From what I saw, it looked like there was some type of altar set up with those candles. There was, another thing I forgot to mention, there was string, like, on the ground that had been cut and stuff. And, so I'm sitting and having all these thoughts. And I'm waiting for this time to go by so that we can, as a group, gather up and leave. And we're sitting there. We're like, okay, it's been like 10, 15 minutes, no sounds. Let's start packing up all our shit. So we're putting our blankets away. We're grabbing, because we don't want to litter. So we're grabbing our shit, garbage, snacks, everything, putting it back in our bags. We're sitting there talking loudly. I mean, like, at this point, we're not concerned anymore about how we're going to get out of the cave, who's going to be last to get out of it, who's going to help people get up, blah, 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 blah. Just the same shit we talk about every time we go down in there. And while we're talking, we hear somebody walking on the rocks above us. So we're mid-conversation. I'm sitting there still kind of paranoid, but I'm like packing things up and everybody's talking with each other. And me and one of my friends hear like footsteps. And I look over at him and I'm like, did you hear that? And he's like, yeah, I think that there's like an animal outside here. Everybody stops and looks over at us like, what? What are you guys talking about? We're like, be quiet. Like, can you hear that? And we could hear like shuffling on top of the rock. So it sounded like something was being dragged across the rock. I'm sitting and thinking, I'm like, okay, so that's not footsteps. That sounds like when you drag something across the ground is what that sounds like. It's consistent sound. There's no stopping, no nothing. And everybody just got super quiet. And I'm looking over at my friend. I'm like, what should we do? He's like, we'll wait till the sound leaves and then we'll head out. And I'm like, well, no, because we're fucked now. Because there's something outside of the cave and they heard us. Like, it heard that we're in here. So we either gotta like pretend like we're a wild animal and scare it off, or we've got to like hunker down and like figure out how to be safe. We're sitting having these conversations, and all of a sudden we hear a voice of somebody. And at this point, cave, big area we're all sitting in. We're all like sitting up against the wall, far away from the opening of the cave. We can see the opening of the cave because there's some moonlight coming through there. And we know where the opening is because we can hear the wind outside. Inside of the cave is quiet, but we could hear the wind howling past like the opening and stuff. And all of a sudden we hear somebody's voice come down into like the hole of the rock and say, who's in there? Just like that. And we just sat still and quiet and didn't say anything. And they said, I heard you, who's in there? And my friend's like looking at me. He's like, should we say something? Like trying to whisper to me. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Don't say anything. And then that person says, they said something like, if you don't come out, I'm going to come in and get you. By the way, this person had the scariest fucking voice like I've ever heard. And his whisper, it was a male voice. His whisper echoed through the fucking cave. Like, it was a whisper, but it was strong. Like, his voice was so fucking scary. So I'm like looking over at my friends. I'm like, don't say anything. Just be quiet. Don't do anything. I'm sitting nodding my head. Like, they're like sitting there putting up their shoulders. What should we do? I'm like, don't fucking say anything. Like, just stay quiet, please. And then all of a sudden we heard, we could hear this person trying to like come down into the cave. And all of a sudden my friend goes, hey, get the fuck out of here. Don't fucking come down here. There's 6 of us. And like starts screaming and trying to warn him. At that point, I'm plugging my ears because I'm so scared. And the sound of people yelling and stuff is scaring me worse. And he just starts screaming, there's 6 of us down here. If you fucking come down here, we're gonna jump you. Like screaming, threatening this person. Everybody's sitting there like holding hands, and the 2 girls that I was with were like gonna start crying and stuff. And the person stopped, and we could hear them going back up to where they came from. And like, we're not gonna come back into the cave anymore. My friend's like, yeah, that's right, fuck off, don't ever try to fucking scare us, and don't ever think you're gonna come down in the cave, like, we'll fuck you up, we'll jump you. And he was saying shit like, I got a weapon. He didn't, but like trying to scare this guy off and stuff. And anyways, we could hear him, he was coming down into the cave, and then it was clear that he was trying to backtrack and go back up out of the cave, and then it was quiet again. And everyone starts saying, do you think he left? Do you think he left? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, even if he did leave, like, let's stay in here. I'm like, let's stay in here until it's daytime. At that point, it's like 3 a.m. Everyone's like, we can't do that. Like, that's fucking hours from now. I'm like, there's no way, with only one of us can fit out of the cave at one time. We have to stick together. We can't, like, have one of us fucking climb up out of here and get fucking chopped to pieces or some crazy ass shit. Because that guy was psycho. He was trying to scare whoever he thought was in there. And it was working too, because we all like started freaking out and getting scared. And anyways, it got quiet. We're all sitting there. Nobody can fall asleep. We're all sitting there like talking, like whispering at this point to each other about what we're going to do and what our plan is and blah, 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 blah. And before you know it, it's almost 6 in the morning and the sun is coming up. We can see that there is a little light coming in through the hole that we came in through. And I'm sitting and telling everyone, hey, it's like 5:30 something. The sun is coming up. We should be fine. They're like, yeah. They're like, I think he like straight up left. Like he's not there anymore and stuff. Okay. That's what we thought, because it was quiet for hours. Then all of a sudden, while we're sitting and talking about this and about how he's not in here, blah, 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 we hear that sliding sound again. By the way, sun is like rising at this point. It's light out. And we hear the sliding across the top of the rocks that are above our heads sound. And I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. We're all looking at each other and we're like, he's still here. He stayed there that entire time, pretending he wasn't there. Like he sat quiet for almost 3 hours, hoping that one of us would get up and leave. And go outside of the fucking cave so he could attack one of us. So we hear him, and it was him for sure. It was the exact same sound, sliding across the rocks again. And I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. He's still here. He was sitting and waiting for us, like waiting for us to be like, oh, he left, and send one of us up to fucking get attacked by him. He was definitely trying to attack us, because he had already threatened and was being scary, like saying scary shit to us and stuff. And anyways, we hear that sliding sound again. And my friend goes, at this point, I'm just going to call the police. He's like, I have service on my phone and I'm just going to call the police. And then we heard running, and he ran off from above our thing. And anyways, we sat there for another hour waiting to see if we would hear more sounds. And we never actually called the police or anything. I don't know why we never called the police. It could have been, I think it's because we thought we might have been trespassing on somebody's land or something with where we were at. I mean, we were in the middle of the mountains, but at the same time, you never know if anybody owns that land or whatever. And so, yeah, we sat there for another hour. We heard him run off, but because he had sat and camped for hours waiting for one of us to come out of there, we didn't know if he was back or if he had came back at all. So yeah, we sat there for another hour. Then we finally got the courage, and I actually offered to be the first person that went up to see if anybody was there. I said, I'm just going to poke up my head. At that point, my friends are like straight up crying and stuff. And I just basically was like, hey, I got to do what I got to do. I'm just going to poke up my head to see if he's still here. So that's what I did. I put my head up to see if he was still there, and nobody was there. And at that point, it was way lighter than just sunrise. And so I confidently told my friends, I don't think anybody's here. And if he is still around the area, I think we have enough time for all of us to get out so we can defend ourselves if we run into him. And let's head the fuck out. And so we all packed up our shit. We hiked back because we had to hike to that area. We hiked back to the car and we loaded up the car, and we drove home, and everybody just sat there like in shock by what we experienced. I would like to say that we learned our lesson to never go back there again. And we did. We learned to never go in the middle of the night ever again to that cave. But we didn't really learn enough to not go to the cave ever again. We would go during the daytime, and at one point we went again, and we had stayed pretty late. And that day that we did that was a day that we had actually gotten into a fight in our friend group because I mentioned that it was getting dark. Everyone's saying that I was being a prude and all this stuff. And I'm like, no, let's not have what happened before happen again. And that's when everybody was like, oh, why would you mention that? And it turned into a fight and all this dumb stuff. But there was only one other time that it got close to being dark, where whoever was fucking chilling in that cave was gonna end up coming back, especially if he was living in there. I mean, it didn't look like he was living in there, but we wouldn't know for sure. But that's my other scary story. That one's not a paranormal story. That one is a possible axe murder in the woods scary story. And I guess you could say it could just be like a crazy person, maybe some like runaway type of person that was there. But again, I live in Utah. Anybody that knows any history of Utah, axe murderers love to live in our mountains. Ted Bundy and a few others. So yeah, so that's something that's like on our minds when we go up into the mountains and stuff, is like the idea that could be a serial killer up in the mountains, just because our mountains is a place that they could probably thrive, honestly. I mean, they've thrived in history going up there, finding people that are just as dumb as me and my friends at the time, that are up there hanging out and camping and being stupid. So that would be my other scary story. And not paranormal, but definitely fucking scary. Fucked with me pretty bad, to say the least. I was terrified. Well, I think the red mushroom's not a good look. I was terrified that night, and it was one of those things where, honestly, if I didn't have like such a strong influence from my peers, my friends at the time, I don't think I would have ever gone back to the cave again. But because it was a place that we had been hanging out for a year at that point, and was pretty cool, like we liked it and stuff, we just were not willing to give up like the memories of going up there, because there was a Looney Tunes person fucking up there, and like our experience was really scary. But I think the thing that scared me the most was realizing that at any point during that time we could have been killed. I think that's the scary thing, is after seeing those candles and after being terrorized by some strange man that was up in the woods by himself at that time, running around and dragging something around. I don't know if it was himself that he was dragging across the ground. I don't know if he had followed us the entire time. It's one of those things that when you sit and think about it after, it bothers you. Because you don't know if he was there that entire time, if he was following us that entire time, if he was trying to scare us that entire time. So it bothers the fuck out of me, because I see those candles and I have a bad experience, and I'm sitting and thinking, I wonder if somebody was in here and was not so lucky. Like, didn't come with a huge group of people, or just something along the lines of being terrorized like that. And it made me question the cave and like what had gone on in there and what had happened in there. It just was no longer a place of like, we are the only people who know about this place, how cool. It suddenly turned into, wait, other people have been here before. Looks like they were doing something in here. And the things that they're doing, they were probably likely to be out here in the middle of the night like us, maybe on a full moon doing stuff. Who knows if somebody got hurt in there. That guy was clearly aware that there was a cave over there. He was so confident with his like scariness that he was willing to go down into the cave. Like he was not afraid and was warning that he was going to go down into the cave and stuff. And just not it was not a good feeling. Even when we went back several times actually, because again my friends were arguing that this was a place for us to hang out and this is what we found and it's special and it means something, and it did until our experience got tainted. And so yeah, that's my other scary story, was possibly running into some type of killer of some sort or abuser of some sort who was openly and willingly trying to scare me and my friends while we were in the cave. But yeah, it was just not a good time. That's my other scary story. That was not paranormal. Just a horrible experience. After getting in that fight with my friends that day, I actually never went back to the cave. So I know and I'm aware that they went back, that they hung out there, and that that it was a good time for them. I mean, they sent me pictures and videos and saying that they missed how things were and they wished that I would get over what I felt and that I was missing out and blah 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 blah. But I was not fucking missing out on shit. I was not missing out on more trauma. So it the experience not only tainted the place for me, but it also messed a little bit with my friendships, because my friends then approached me just disappointed in my choice to not get over what happened. Then it also caused me anxiety, because you have these friends that I'm not going to say are dumb, but they're just not like, they just aren't thinking. They're not thinking clearly, so they go in, they're like, just don't even consider that we almost got murdered in there, and it's, yeah, they just didn't even consider it. They would rather go back and have fun, and just didn't really think of what had happened. But nothing I can do. Sea pickle, that's what I was looking for. I do hope nothing happened bad there. But it was one of those things where, again, once we saw evidence of people being in there, and not like graffiti, like some altar-looking things. And again, I'm not scared of witchcraft or anything like that, but I am a little educated and aware of what some of those things could be involved with specifically, and just never sat right with me ever again. Gotta look for some more cocoa beans. I haven't used those. Some bamboo. I'm looking for some food items to put down here. But yeah, that's my other little story. While I finish up this build, I'm just gonna focus on the build. I don't have another scary one. I mean, I have a bunch, but those are the two I'll share for today. I'll share a paranormal one, and then I will share just a bad luck one. Not bad luck, you were being stupid. That's really what that was. Suspicious stew? Let's do it. We'll put suspicious stew on the top. Talking about these things kind of takes me back to how I was feeling the night of, just feeling really anxious and stuff. I mean, it's clear I'm not there anymore. I'm not in the situation anymore, but talking about it, I like get chills and uncomfortable, like if I'm back there trying to figure out what we should do. We'll save this last one for milk and water. And something else that's like beveragey, I guess you could say. My kitty cat fell asleep. Sorry for itching my face. I was loving on my cat when I got back in here. My little cutie kitty cat. My face always gets itchy after him. I have 4 cats, and I cuddle and snuggle and all the time, but this one kitty cat that I got in here right now, he's a white, short-haired cat. Every time I snuggle and cuddle him, man, my nose gets so itchy. I think I might be allergic to him. Trying to think of what else to put over here. I know we're kind of working with beverages. Oh, ice. Ice would probably be, that would fit in the category. Ice, just normal ice, I guess. We have nothing on that side. I'm starting to think of an idea, actually. Let me go in, grab a glowing, oh, my back. My big old squishmallow. It's a big old kitty cat. Not supporting my back enough. Clearly, do your job. I think this one, because you see how this little area is a little awkward and stuff. I think for this one, I'm gonna clear it out. And, oh shit. I mean, that's okay too, because I have some pains to fix it. So this one, I'm going to make like a fridge, if that makes sense. This is where we'll put the ice and stuff. So let me come back here, and then I'm gonna put here. Go in and just put a bunch of stuff. I think that's where we'll put the other one. Then once I finish this, I will end stream, and I haven't thought far enough. I'm on level 3 of the Backrooms build right now, and I can't talk. I haven't thought far enough about, or too in depth about what I'm going to do next. I know these are the 3 levels that I really wanted to do. I'm going to look up some more stuff about the Backrooms. I know that there's like a underground garage in the Backrooms, like a parking garage, and maybe that's what I can do for my next build. No! It's not what we want. Maybe for my next build I can do that one. I will say it doesn't really fit in my like vibe that I'm going for, but I do know I've seen it in Backrooms stuff, so. But I'll look up some stuff, come up with some more ideas before next Monday when I stream my second Backrooms. Let me come over here and I'll take this one out. I know I need to separate these refrigerators by a little bit. There we go. Take that one out. Then we're gonna go grab this, put it, oh, that is not what I want. This one. Then I wonder if this might look good. Maybe, no. We'll grab this glass. Maybe that one will look better on front than what I have right now. Let's see. I think the normal glass might actually look more like a refrigerator than the white glass. So we'll go with that. I feel like that looks a little bit more fitting. We'll leave the... Yeah, that looks more fitting. Let me go in and put these on here. I think that accidentally spun that, yeah. And that one too. Then we will go in and take this all out. You know, with my scary stories, I was not even considering telling things that weren't paranormal. But I do have a lot of scary experiences and encounters with other people that they messed with me pretty bad, and that was definitely on the list. I don't know if I'd consider that top of the list, but it was a pretty bad experience. Take these out. I think these corner ones are missing on the other one too. You okay? I don't know if you guys just heard that. My kitty just did such a sad yawn. And I think we'll just... Am I not able to do that on here? Guess not. I was looking at this. I wonder if this would be maybe a little bit helpful. To look more like a fridge a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't know if this looks like a grocery store. I feel like this glass might look better if it's replaced with this. Oh yeah, 1,000,000%. This grocery store's looking a little small because I do know I need to have like a checkout area. Maybe I can build on the outside like a little bit of a checkout area. Also wondering if I should... Do the lights resemble a grocery store? I'm trying my best, but... Let me just try something real quick. See if this helps. That one right there. It looks a little bit better with one in between. No, it looks fine how it is. Okay, so I think over here. No, I don't have enough room there. So we'll go from here up. Then we will stretch it out to here. Should be enough room. Oh, let me actually corner this. I encourage people. So, my story I told was from my early 20s. I think a lot of times in our early 20s we want friends. Not everybody. I didn't really want friends. I just so happened to have friends because some of the friends I had were big time friend people. So through them I gained friends. I never like organically went out and found friends or anything like that. But one thing I've definitely learned as I've gotten older is that it is a million times better to have less friends and be safe and smart than to have a bunch and risk your life and be stupid all the time. Because sometimes your friends will really convince you that you're not fun if you don't go out and do the wild things. And I was very convinced by that. I wish I had been a stronger person at the time. I like to think that at the time I didn't easily succumb to peer pressure or anything like that, but when I look back now, I definitely realize that I did succumb to peer pressure quite often, actually. And now I have all these like horror stories and experiences that I share that are actually like it's not a good time to have that trapped in your head or dealing with it in your head. Like sharing stories of stranger danger in your 20s up in the mountains and stuff. It's not something I'm proud of that I like actually did allow my friends to get me to the point of feeling like that was ever okay or comfortable to do. I'm sad with myself for not having a big enough brain, I guess you could say, a big enough brain to consider like being safe, dude. It's just very like the saying YOLO, you just fuck it, do whatever, blah blah blah. That was very much my mentality, and that is not the mentality that I like grew up with. I was not raised to like just not give a fuck and risk my life and shit like that. And so being put in those positions and shit after years and years, I mean like from high school all the way up until then, of just being a yes sir type of person and letting other people like make the decisions and choices for me. No. It is it's cost me a lot of my mental health. A big part of it is me just not making the right decisions with my friends and my choices. And I would say the other part of it would be the people I was around, who I'm not around anymore, by the way. These were not people that were looking out for anyone, actually. So I wouldn't say they're fully to blame. I for sure am. I was a grown adult. But it is kind of sad that they were also just doing whatever, and all of us just not being safe and not being smart. And I guess I could say I'm just upset they also didn't help influence anything better for me or for themselves. At the front of the stores, I always see watermelons and pumpkins. So let's put some watermelon and some pumpkin. Hello. Bam. There we go. Then let's do some lanes, I guess you could say. I think these are too close. So there's one lane. Let's do 2 lanes. And on top of the lane, we will put some. We'll put you first, of course. We'll put some. Oh, I can't place on that? Does that have to be lower? I might have to get rid of this and, let me see. Where is it? It's back up here. I might have to place these lower. So like that. Oh. We'll do another one over here. And we'll paste on top. It still doesn't work? What? Oh, it's because I didn't do it right again. Let's do it at the top of this. Okay, I see. I see. If I did make this a series, I have, quite too many. Hi! Hi! Quite too many, negative experiences with stuff like this. This one. Then I guess I could put like a sign on this, right? Do like... Could I do that? I'm wondering if I could put a frame like this. And then, can I place a sign in a frame? Is that possible? Hi! It's so sweet. My cat is so... He is so freaking cute. Oh, I can. Oh, but I couldn't write anything on it. Okay. I guess we'll just do it like this. Hi! This will be aisle 2. Can I put this way further down? Like the middle? 2. Done. Hey! He's trying to take my earphones out of my ears. Hey! What are you doing? Why are you so cutie? What are you doing, stinky butt? How would I do it like this? Just the one? And then this on there? Hi! Hi, so cute! Hi, so cute! Hi, so cute, little tofu, so cute! Aw, shit, I done messed it up. I put fruit way too high. Oh, shit. Tofu! This guy just woke up from his nap. Because he's so cute. Oh, fuck. I done fucked up too. I didn't even place it on there. Oh my gosh. Is there any... Oh, there is a way to put it down a line. Okay. Well, you learn more all the time. Fruit. Hey. What are you doing? Did you just wake up? So when he wakes up, he wants cuddles. He will get up and he will cuddle and cuddle and cuddle. This one. Even early in the morning, late in the night, he'll come over and try to cuddle. Because he's just filled with all the love. Because he's just a sweet little angel filled with love. Oh shit. My brain is not braining. What time is it? It's pretty late for me with streaming too. So I just put it down one. Ah, I didn't even check what I had on here. Meat. Tofu. Tofu, oh so cute. Meat. He will sit and cuddle and cuddle. Are you able to adjust the way that it like is set up? Did I do that wrong? Do I have to like be aiming from front to get it going? Ugh, lame. I'm not so, these new signs, I think I've used them on a cherry blossom build fridge, but I have never actually like used them properly. It was just a part of extra design. Okay, this one is, what would I consider this? Fresh, because I have so many items on that one. Fresh. This one would be baked goods. Tofu. What are you doing? You better not be eating no cords. Baked goods. This would be, I think there's seafood on another thing I have. Geez, I don't know. I don't type enough on my controller to be a pro at typing shit out. Seafood? Yeah, that's one word. Grains, maybe? I should organize this better. Oh my god. I overpress it and it just doesn't work. Grains. Refrigerated area. What is this called when like you go into Walmart and it's like, is it called refrigerated area? I can't even spell right now. Oh, I don't like how that looks. Or should I just name this, frozen goods? Bam. Just clicked. There we go. Let me come back here because it's different on this side. This one's veggies. Let's put these in. That one is meat on both sides, yeah. Okay. Veggies. Let me see if vegetable fits. If it doesn't, okay, it does. Oh, yuck. Let me go all the way to the beginning and drop that. Vegetable. Meat again. Wish there was a button I could just press to drop it without having to go all the way there. This one, sugar, seaweed, and mushroom. Oh, what would this one be? Fuck, I don't know what I would name this one. Or this one. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. Add-ons? I don't know. Sugar, seaweed, and mushrooms. Those are considered add-ons, so I'll just name it add-ons. Did I literally just do that? Damn it. Not me spelling ad wrong. Did it like a literal advertisement. That's what happens when I play too long. I think I've, in total today, other than the stream that is no longer available to watch, been on here for almost 4 hours. My brain is dead. Soup. This one is seeds. Did I do that crooked? Nope. Maybe I do. Bam. Seeds. This one we'll do vegan? I don't know. Gluten free? I don't know. Jeez. Gluten free. And then back to frozen goods. Jeez, I'm not made for typing all this shit out. Frozen. Lame, I thought it would automatically put it up there. Frozen goods. Damn. There we go. It's my little grocery store grocerying. Need to come up with like a name. We'll call this Sam's. Sam's. Let me put that down again. Sam's Market. There we go. These need some work and help because this does not look like a checkout area at all. I think that this might need to be a little bit lower. Oh, I don't like that touching like that. I don't know if I can place there though. No, I can't. This will be checkout 1. Let's check out. I think at the grocery store it's. Oh my god. Oh my god. My brain is not braining. Oh, check out 1. We gotta put that down more. There we go. Check out 1. You gotta go. That looks like shit. Check out 2. And drop you down. Again, I wish this was an actual button, so I don't have to do all that. Check out 1, check out 2. Little tofu. Little tofu is so cute. Just sitting and munching on my feet. Sick. I feel like this is missing, like, if it needs a wall in between the two or something, but this looks like a little too, that doesn't look right either. It's a little too plain. It's literally just a little checkout area. And this doesn't look right. I feel like it needs a lot more detail than what's on here right now. Let me try to think. Doesn't look right. Doesn't look right. No. Maybe that. Maybe that'll make it look better. Oh, damn it. It's too close on that side. Oh, shit. Dang it. Light concrete. I feel like these touching does not look right. I might just have to get rid of this little area here because it looking like that is bothering me. I don't want them actually touching each other. Maybe we can put like a... Oh. Oh, you know what I can put over here? We can do a fake. It's not actually there, but we can do a fake one. Up there. I wonder what this would look like. Also right here? Nope. We don't want it that way. I have to just drop it down. Oh wait, I think I can place it right here, right? Yeah. There we go. Restroom. Because these type of places need a restroom. These check logs look so empty. I don't know how to make them look better. Is that a new update that you can go in and fucking change it if you didn't do it right? Or is it just because this is a... That must be, for these new signs, that must be a thing. It used to be like you can't write on it once you place it. Oh. There we go. I don't know if that'll go too far out. Nope. There we go. It's the checkout area. I feel like that glass goes a little too far out. Then we'll put like a... Oh. Do any of these look like a register? I don't think any of these look like a register. Place these there. Put this on top. Oh, I don't know. I don't feel like that. I'm trying to like think of how I would do this. Guess I could just leave those like that. I wouldn't know how to make this look more. I feel like it's missing like the color. Usually there's like a green glow to something that lets you know that the lane is open. But let me just check this out real quick. I feel like this might be a good idea. Leave the one there so it looks more open. Let me fly around and check out our level 3 back rooms. Okay, that's it. We're done with this one. I can't really think of I think maybe putting a corner here. Wrong direction. Just have a blank sign, and then I'm gonna put a painting underneath. Maybe that will give it a little bit more pizzazz or something. I don't know. Maybe that's what's missing over here. It's like, you know, when you go into a grocery store, there's usually like paintings of food or pictures and shit. Maybe this one is missing that. Not spiders, not a skull, not that. Is that just fire? What is that one? I think that's a mouse. A mouse. I kind of liked that little. Here's what we'll do. Oh shit, bad. Kind of like those little plain ones. We put some little plain ones over here too. Is it just those two? No, there's other ones. Okay. Those are different, right? Yeah. Let's take those ones off. I'm wondering if I should put white carpet on top of these, but I like the holes because it still leaves like room for the lighting, like the lighting from the ceiling. Okay, I think I'm done with this one. I think that should be good. I should have done it a little bit bigger, like a little bit longer out, but at the same time, I've done 2 levels while I've been on here, and it's taken me a while. Let me see if I can place any those like little sky ones or something. Nope, because I gotta border it first. I don't know if that helps it look more lively in here. Kind of ruins it. Okay, it's the end of level 3. Let me see where I need to make my door for the next one, and then I'm gonna hop off. Because I know that I want to go down here and work down here. So I'm feeling like I should make my door right here maybe? Because I gotta wind the staircase down into that area so we can make 2 more backroom areas down there. So that is where we will put our door. This. mimicking a bathroom. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that. It just looks a little empty over here, like Link. I don't know if I like that. Oh well. There's the end of this one. Peace. Till next Monday, when I work on another backrooms level. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I will know next Monday.